So today is a photo shoot day, and not just a self-portrait photo shoot day, it's a photo shoot day with a model. So the buckets actually have nothing to do with what I'm doing today.
So you have fun with the buckets.
Thanks! Bucket cam, bucket cam.
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
They're just really good storage, and the gym just leave them outside, so I take them. So the plan today is shoot with model, which is pretty exciting. I went to the Saatchi gallery. Yeah, at the Saatchi gallery there wasn't much, if any, inclusivity of anyone over a size 8. Obviously there was portraits and maybe the people that made it, but representation wise, I don't remember seeing anyone bigger than an average model. So I've been meaning to work with Megan since we met, and it was probably like 2 years ago. I was doing some photography workshops at Brentwood School. She was the model for life drawing, and since then we've followed each other. So today I've kind of given some very loose concepts. We're going to start with shooting some headshots for my headshot business. So yeah, lots of admiration for Megan. Shall we do a little intro? We're here with Megan.
Hi.
She's amazing. We've been doing some cool stuff, and like the portraits that I've never taken before because of this wonderful person.
You shouldn't say that.
I think we connected back 2 years ago now, and I'm so drawn to that like fuck it, I am who I am part of you, and like really admire that, and kind of this like shooting you here, like I don't think I've ever photographed someone that's can just be in their skin and do all the weird poses and be like, yeah, like and loving it just as much as me. And we've only just started, but I really enjoyed photographing that part of you today.
The reason I'm very out there now is because they were really horrible when I was growing up.
Really?
Super fatphobic. All the women in my family are incredibly fatphobic, really horrible about themselves and to each other, and I went through an eating disorder when I was in school because of the way that they were with me. And like I've healed a lot of that with them, but it is really like, it took me a long time to be okay and comfortable with who I am, and it took a lot of work and a lot of like fake it till you make it vibes. And I think it's when I'm like walking around and stuff, people, especially when I'm dressed like a clown, like I dress quite out there, people, if you come across someone who looks different or is a bit out there, people feel more comfortable or okay with saying negative things and things like that. But like, it's different, I think, when you're in a bikini, or if you're doing something that other people can do just fine, but your body's perceived as not being allowed to do that because it's fat or whatever. And also there's just something more vulnerable about being in a bikini and people being rude, especially in person. Like online, I don't give a shit about what anyone has to say about me online, like it doesn't matter. But in person it's more confronting, and it's more like, oh, you're being horrible. But it doesn't actually have anything to do with me, the way that people behave about me. Like, I don't care. It's more about like, sometimes, unfortunately, you do things you maybe edit yourself because you just can't be asked to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I already can't be bothered,
Yeah.
like, to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna maybe wear my bikini here or whatever.
Yeah.
One thing, for a long time when people asked me how I felt about life modelling, or if I felt any different or anything like that, I never really had anything to say, and I was always like, no, I just feel the same, I feel normal. But I think when you're a fat woman, you get masculinized very easily, and I'm, as a queer woman as well, I'm always referred to as butch, which blows my mind because I wouldn't describe myself as a butch person. But it's just because I'm fat, and fat women often have their sensuality, their sexiness, their femininity stripped from them. And when I'm life modelling, it is really, other than like if I'm intimate with a partner or like whatever, it is really the only time where I ever usually get described in a feminine way, and like when I can feel like the most feminine, and like people describe my body in a way that is feminine, and that is really nice, and I feel like I step into a more feminine and softer side of myself when I am modelling. So it is very fun, and it is very important to be doing these like goddess style shoots for like all different kinds of women who maybe feel like their femininity is just taken away from them in everyday life. And maybe that's something that you should think on. Thank you.
I know we've got to hug it out now. But yeah, we've got an afternoon of shooting some draped goodness, and we're taking you along with us. But yeah, thanks so much.
No worries.